Welcome to another episode of the Flashback Cartoon Hour. I'm your loving bald host with the most from coast to coast, Nick, Man of Tomorrow Lascola. And with me today,
it is I, the Man of Steel, Santi.
And today we are covering the 1990s Superman the Animated Series. Superman the Animated Series is an American superhero cartoon based on the DC character of the same name. It was produced by Warner Brothers Animation. The series ran from September 6, 1996 to February 12, 2000 for a total of 3 seasons and 54 episodes overall. Each episode ran for about 25 minutes.
The series originally aired on Kids WB and was the second series in the DC animated universe, after Batman the Animated Series. Just like with Batman the Animated Series, Superman has been acclaimed for its thematic complexity, writing, voice acting, maturity, and modernization of comic book mythos.
The series was developed by Alan Burtnett and Bruce Timm. It was also written by Alan Burtnett, Paul Dini, Stan Berkowitz, and Rich Fogel. Midway through the series run, it was combined with the New Batman Adventures to become the New Batman/Superman Adventures.
As with Batman, the animated series, Shirley Walker was in charge of the series' music. Walker wrote the series' theme, composed themes of various characters, and as well as scoring 6 episodes herself, such as episodes Father's Day, The Hand of Fate, Obsession, Absolute Power, and the 2-parter Legacy. Unlike the previous series, only 4 other composers worked on the series: Christopher Carter, Harvest R. Cohen, Michael McCuston, Lolita Rittmans, Rittman. I don't know. I'm bought. Rittmanis. Sorry, Lolita. Botching your name. Rittmanis. Almost every episode had a completely original score, very few reused music from previous shows, and the only one episode, Superman's Pal, was entirely scored with tracked material.
The opening sequence never displays the title of the show and is the first opening sequence of any Superman cartoon to not verbally explain where Superman came from, his powers, or his secret identity. The producers of the show thought that Superman was a well-known icon and that during its opening sequence, the show visually displays everything you need to know about the character without having to continuously explain to the audience. So it's kind of nice that you don't have to every single episode just hear, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a bird, it's a plane. He was born in a rocket. He's a rocket. He's part rocket man. He is a rocket man. Yeah, he's a spaceman rocket.
They didn't they didn't do that with Batman either.
As we usually do on the show, Santi, we as you know, do from F to A+. What would you rate this show?
I mean, I gave Batman a 10+, which we'll call it an A+. But I would say I'd have to give Superman a B+, because I'm just a sucker for Batman. Like, Superman to me is like the Goku of like the DC universe, just like too overpowered. I did like this portrayal of Superman, definitely humanized him more, for me at least. I'll explain a few more of the reasons when we start talking about the episodes that we chose for our favorites. But it wasn't a bad show. The only movie it put, we're going to talk about this later too, the only movie that it put out, compared to I don't want to compare everything to Batman, but
well, you kind of have to.
Yeah, it's the only thing we really have in that universe to work with to compare it to. I think that's why I gave it a B+, because I'm just comparing it to Batman. Like, it's not a bad show. I love Lex Luthor. Me and Nick kind of argue about this. Didn't really like Metallo. We'll talk about Metallo a little bit.
What do you mean? But he's Metallo.
Yeah, I mean,
do the voice.
It is I, Metallo. Like, he would always talk so much. And maybe you could say this about every villain, but he was always talk so much shit, just weaken the shit out of Batman with his kryptonite rays.
Superman. And Santi was paying attention.
I was going on a Batman tangent. He'd kick Superman's ass, and then obviously Superman would gain the upper, because they fight like 4 times.
So would you say that it would? I guess it's the Rogue Gallery that would push Superman to a B plus. For me, I'm giving it an A plus. I'm giving it an A plus because I just think it deserves it. I think the writing's great. I think it's a refresher after coming from a world of Batman, which we just did our Batman the Animated Series episode. Guys, go check out that. Flashback Cartoon Hour on all podcast platforms. Check it out. Love you.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Flashback Cartoon Hour. It was just a refresher because like Gotham's so fucking dark and depressing, and coming into this world, coming into the show, it's like visually brighter. The sun's actually out, which is a fucking
True.
night.
It was like a different change of pace, but we talked about this
literally
earlier.
night and day, dark night.
What would you rather?
And day.
What town would you rather live in? Would you rather live in Gotham or Metropolis? Would you rather get like be threatened to be mugged every day, or be threatened by
or be mugged by an alien
overlords? And then you were like, the aliens would probably mug you too.
I feel like Lex would still mug me. I feel like Lex is rich, but would just mug me to prove that he
smile and do it in front of you.
He'd be like, you should just hand me that money, or else you know what's gonna happen. I'd be like, Lex, you sly dog. We're both bald. So there was a movie.
I liked that Batman had 3 movies, but the one movie they gave us like wasn't terrible. But I'm a huge Lex Luthor fan. I think they did our boy dirty. They changed his voice actor, and his personality was completely different from the Lex Luthor that we've watched throughout the entire Superman series, and who we will see in Justice League and so on and so on. But if you guys haven't watched it, give it a watch. Tell us what you think. Great action. Story was like kind of a classic Superman episode. I don't want to spoil it, or should I? Well, whatever.
Yeah, spoil it.
We're talking about it. We'll talk about it.
Spoils Skull in here. And here I go again.
I mean, it came out in 2006, so I guess there's no spoiler. It's been like over 10 years. So Lois Lane ends up getting kryptonite poisoning. It's like, I feel like it's a classic Superman plot. Not complaining again, like, good movie, but we were upset with mostly of Lex Luthor's decisions.
Yeah, he fucking
Fight
sucks.
scenes were dope, though.
Yeah, if I was to rate the movie on a letter scale, C.
Yeah, pretty average. I'll give it a C+ because the fight scenes were dope.
The fight scenes were watching it again. When I watched it alone, I don't know. It wasn't that dope. And then watching it again with you.
I think we were watching on that really nice TV.
It was a very nice TV.
That
definitely
system,
helped it out.
I was like, yo.
And then, like, even Lex had 1 or 2 funny moments, but they turned Lex into the comedic relief, and it just does not work at all.
Satellite's crushing Batman. I don't know if she should be happy or like.
And we're going to go into the voice actors later, but Clancy Brown, who voices Lex, did not. He's like the only guy from the TV series who didn't come back. And it's weird. It's awkward. It's not even the same Lex Luthor. He acts completely different. He acts like a
completely different
like a bumbling fool. It's just weird. It's weird. It gets a C.
He revives Brainiac, who literally in one episode, I'm not sure if it was 1 or 2, when he tries to rebuild Brainiac, Brainiac wakes up and tries to kill him. And then he has to team up with Superman to defeat Brainiac. It just made no sense that in the movie he's like, I'm going to revive Brainiac again. Like, what could possibly fucking go wrong? It's like,
yeah. And so.
What? You're betraying me? I'm so color me shocked.
Yet again. And then, like you said, Lois ends up getting hurt. Well, there's also a whole subplot of Superman trying to finally decide whether to tell Lois if he's Superman or not. And I will admit that the conversation he has with Ma and Pa Kent, I enjoyed, because they're just great. They
always have very wholesome scenes throughout the entire series. They're always like the Uncle Ben of our main protagonist.
We don't talk about them M-word people.
Whatever. I'm just saying, like, just the words of wisdom in the superhero's journey. Except, thank God, it's coming from 2 loving parents. But one of my favorite parts of the movies is when he's approaching Lois and he has his mouth open, like a jaw, ready to say something. And then an explosion happens in the background, and he just looks so defeated, like, well, I'm Superman, I have to take care of that. Like, he just leaves.
We laughed so hard.
I laughed for like 5 minutes.
He like lifts a finger and his mouth like opens up and then like right before he says something, there's a giant explosion right outside the window, and he just kind of like
so defeated, just like I gotta go take care of that. I'm Superman. Yeah, good movie. I would compare it to the Sub-Zero movie for Batman.
Sub-Zero was way better.
Pretty subpar.
No, Sub-Zero was way better.
Sub.
You know, he knows who killed the dinosaurs, bro.
No, it's kill the dinosaurs. Yeah, I say. All right, so just like with Batman, we wanted to choose an episode or arc from each season. I'm trying to pair with the refrigerator right now. Okay, don't add. Sorry about that, guys and girls. The fuck? I'm trying to open up my shit and all right. So like I said, just like in the Batman episode, we're trying to pick an arc or episode from each season. There are 3 seasons, so we're gonna do a couple shout outs. I don't remember if we did that last episode, but like
no, I don't think so, but I think that some of these are worthy enough to be an honorable
We're torn
mention.
between some episodes. We like some a little more, but we'll talk about our shout outs because some episodes we liked a little more, but we couldn't decide, so we like wanted to give them a shout out. So the first episode I'm choosing from season 1, episode 5, A Little Piece of Home. As I said earlier, Lex Luthor is one of my favorite villains. I like how cunning, smart, and tenacious he is, and I feel like you get a glimpse of it, obviously, throughout the pilot, but I feel like this episode he really came to his own, because like he went out his way to find, dig deep into like Superman's weakness. He's like, he's got to have a weakness. Him discovering kryptonite, like this was huge.
Wait, go back. Interesting. As soon as he gets near the rocks in that display case, he gets all wobbly and weak.
So weak that he let a couple of small-timers get away.
And every one of those rocks belongs to me.
And Nick, you were telling me earlier that apparently in the episode he fights an animatronic T-Rex. And I don't know if you were saying it was a rumor or like true that several superheroes have fought this T-Rex.
No. When I was a kid, and I'll never forget. You know how like you have those dreams that you just know you'll never forget no matter what?
Sure.
I had a dream once that Batman from Batman the Animated Series, so that Batman style Batman, and Superman teamed up with the 90s Spider-Man from the TV show that I showed you. Like, I just had a dream that the three of...
Dream?
Yeah, I had the dream
cut
that the three of them... No, keep it in. I want the world to know. So, Spider-Man and Superman fighting T-Rex, and it's great.
This is still on the swing. I just like the way that they... I felt like it gave you a glimpse of, like, this is the villain we're working with. Like I said, he's cunning, tenacious, and... he'll do anything to get what he wants, including murdering a man, a super alien.
Yeah, he'll stab you.
He'll cut you up really bad.
He's going to cut you up so bad, you go wish you never cut you up so bad.
Shout out Seth MacFarlane. What is your first pick, Nick?
All right, so just like with Batman, me and Santi decided that we're going to do storyline. So if it's a 2-parter, we're just going to consider it as one episode.
Or arc.
Yeah. But as my choice is going to have to be the main man. The main man.
Tell us why, Nick. Why?
Because a motherfucking Lobo, the wannabe Kiss member from planet Zarnan or whatever the fuck it is, and he's the final. He killed every other member of his entire race
For fun.
and he's just great. He's voiced by we'll go into the voice actor later.
Joe Barrett.
Yeah. We'll go into the voice actor in a few minutes anyways, but his voice is just amazing. It's beautiful. He's so fucking funny.
I'm giving you geeks 10 seconds before I frag everything in sight. 1, 10.
The way that he is, who's the little rat thing that he's like chasing the entire time? Remember, he chases it,
No, I know what you're
and
talking
then
about.
they pull him in, and they're like, "We need you to hunt down this guy, this last like Kryptonian, blah blah blah." So Lobo is a bounty hunter. he gets the job to go after Superman, and he shows up, beats the shit out of him, captures him, and then essentially he also gets captured by, it's almost like
Weird collector.
yeah, like think of like the Collector from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It's essentially
he was more pervy. He was definitely like, oh, like I can't wait to collect everyone, touching himself and shit. He was weird.
Who from this one?
Yeah,
yeah, he was weird.
Weird vibes from
He
this
was
guy.
just a weird looking alien too.
Yes.
Or couldn't you see his like was it his brain or?
We watched the show. We promise.
We promise. Whatever have you. He was a weird looking dude who ends up capturing. So he likes collecting the last little boys of every planet, and then he brings them back to Neverland. Neverland Ranch. So he likes collecting the last being of different species. Henceforth, why he has such an interest in
Lobo and Superman.
in Superman. But Lobo later explains that he killed every other member of his entire race, and so technically he's the last of his species too.
Of course, I do have to collect the bounty on his geek first. Emperor Spew's got a bad temper on him. Adios, Wrinkles. You want any more rare dork snag, you got my number.
Actually, there is one other being I need for my collection. The last Zarnian.
Ha! That's rich. I'm the last Zarnian. I fragged the rest of the planet for my high school science project. Gave myself an A.
So the two of them get captured and then have to learn to work together in the two-parters. And it's a great job. Lobo comes back later. He even comes back in a Justice League episode when Superman disappears, and he like shows up and he's like, all right, dude, I'm going to help my boy out. Lobo's just a badass dude. And for the people who made Marvel versus DC, fuck you for doing him so dirty against Wolverine, because he would not have lost that quick. You would think that a battle between Lobo and Wolverine would be fucking sick, right? It's like mind blowing. You're like, oh fuck, these two would just stab the shit out of each other, blood going everywhere. They literally like wrestle each other for like half a second, fall behind a bar, and you see Lobo's hand go up with the hook, and you see Wolverine's hand go up with the claws. And then next thing you know, you see Wolverine pop up and he's got the cigar in his mouth, and he like leans over the bar. They're in like some space bar. I think it's the bar that Lobo runs, or like a local bar that he goes to all the time. But yeah, so the main man, that's my season 1. As an honorable mention, I would have to mention the first to be the 3-parter pilot, The Last Son of Krypton. It's just really great. I feel like
You owned the VHS?
I did own the VHS. I owned the VHS that kind of condensed it all into like a little movie, but it's the first media that I could think of outside the comic books that ever actually like dove into Zor-El and like what he was doing on Krypton. Because like in previous cartoons and stuff, you always mostly just was like Superman had already crashed landed on Earth, and it was him like fucking up bad guys on the planet Earth. But you never really dove into what his parents were doing or like saw what Krypton looked like. And it was great. It was cool to see. And Brainiac, and at the end when like all those aliens get fucked up, you remember that from the end of the thing?
I didn't realize how important Brainiac was to Superman series. One until Nick told me, but him just being in the pilot, I wasn't expecting that. Yes, it was crazy that we get to see not gory, but like dark-esque murder killing going on pretty quickly in the series, and I was like, okay, they really are setting the tone for this. Real quick, going back to the Lobo episode, one of my and I texted or called you the day that I saw that episode, because Lobo was so funny. He's destroyed the police station, and as he's talking to himself, he's like, I gotta bring out Superman. Where is this guy? And Mosquito! And then he just shoots his shotgun randomly, killing someone or shooting rubble, and it cracked me up. I was like, this guy's all right. You know what? He's all right.
Oh, this is getting late. I thought he'd be here by now. Whoa! Mosquito!
That shit had me
Oh,
dying.
and he had a Kiss poster. And as anyone of the fan of the show knows, I'm a huge Kiss fan.
So we don't know if the collector designed those cells, but the cell that he was into next to Superman had a poster of Kiss on it. And it's funny because his design really looks like he's wearing Kiss makeup. Another reason why Nick probably loves Lobo. Who's to say?
Come on and love me.
Well, shall we go into our second season 2 pick?
Season 2 pick, absolutely.
I didn't have a shout out for season 1, but seasons 2 and 3, I have a shout out episode that I would like to talk about. But all right, so my second, this was not a single episode. This was an arc. World's Finest. Batman meets Superman. Bruce Wayne meets Clark Kent.
Mr. Wayne.
What brings you to Metropolis?
How long will you stay?
Quick, is my hair straight?
Mr. Wayne, over Gotham City.
Excuse me. Aren't you the famous Lois Lane?
Oh. Me? Famous? Well, hardly. I mean, this is Clark Kent.
Mr. Wayne? I read all about your adventure on Air Force One. You're quite the newsmaker.
No more than you. Which brings up the question of why you're in town.
You know, crossover episode, like, you can't really fuck these up. They're banter, they're dynamic. Fucking hilarious. In and out of costume. Clark Kent talking to Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, I feel like we all kind of forget, or at least I do, that, like, he is a little bit of a bachelor. So once he became attracted to Lois Lane, there was some tension between Bruce and Clark. Clark did not like how chummy and close him and Lois got so quickly.
Wayne, your car.
Maybe we can discuss it over dinner, if you're available.
Totally. I mean, I think so. I'll have to check my calendar. Yes.
Great. I'll pick you up at 8.
So that kind of made me laugh. I'm like, oh shit, you know, like fucking dick measuring contest over here. And once they find out that Joker and Lex Luthor are working together, of course, Bruce, aka Batman, didn't want to jump into working together with Superman right away. But once they realized they need each other, and once Superman threatened him coming into his city and doing things Bruce's way, again, like foreshadowing their rivalry for the rest of their lives and superhero careers. I just thought it was beautifully done. Great that it was a 3-parter, because there's no way they could wrap up their story together in one episode.
Many times, just like my VHS, they turned it into like a mini movie.
Even better.
They called it a movie, a special event, and it was the first time that they aired the new Batman designs. So, like, you know how the change between 2 and 3?
Yeah.
This was the first time they changed his look into it. So, I wanted to ask you personally, because I got to witness this crossover as a kid, and obviously as a kid, it was like the fucking coolest thing ever. I'm talking before Justice League was even a thing, and I saw this crossover. I was like, holy fucking Christ, this is great. So, as an adult, how hyped were you going into this?
Mind you, everybody, Nick is obviously my best friend, and I want to say I called or texted you that day too, because I loved that episode. If not, I definitely called and talked to you about it later. Like again, crossover episodes, you can't fuck them up. Another thing I love about the episode, Joker and Lex Luthor's banter. We all are a huge fan of Mark Hamill here, and just hearing them get to work together was awesome.
Look at all the toys! Santa's been good to you, Lex.
Joker, we've got serious problems.
Ooh! A flying wing! 20 times bigger than Batman's! And knowing you 100 times as lethal.
Joker! Did you bring the rest of the kryptonite?
Right here, Chrome Dome. What's the plan?
Payback.
What's so funny?
Don't you get it, Harl? We're being set up to take the fall.
He can't do that.
Oh, no? How does this sound? When I heard that one of my robots had been commandeered to kill Batman, I personally came here to investigate, and much to my surprise, I found you two.
It'll be your word against Putin's. I mean Mr. Chase.
Somehow, Pooh, I don't think we're gonna get the chance to say much.
You mean he's gonna kill us?
No, she is. I abhor violence.
Now this is funny, Mr. J. Except we're never gonna collect our $1 billion now.
True, but I see a delightful consolation prize.
Notice, hearing the fact that like even Lex Luthor trying to make a plan with Joker, Joker going off rails and just either backstabbing him or not following the plan at all. Lex Luthor like realizes halfway through the movie, he's like, "You are insane. I regret fucking working."
Yeah,
with you."
he's like, "What the fuck? I was stupid."
And Joker tries to end up killing Lex towards the end of the, I almost said movie, towards the end of the arc, which also was like little bonus there. Like we, the viewer, probably expecting that to happen, but Lex's first time meeting him was not expecting that.
Seeing Harley versus Mercy, that was cool.
I almost forgot about that. That fight was better than you'd expect.
Yeah, because with this series, Mercy is Luthor's personal assistant. She was created specifically for this show, and it's essentially this show's answer for Harley Quinn because she got so popular that she also got added into the comics. So seeing the two of them in this like female fatale like duke them out was awesome. Seeing Lex and Joker, their banter that was almost like a comedy duo, but like better than the comedy of the Brainiac movie. And then the pissing contest between Batman and Superman is fucking great. I don't know what's more iconic than when they first meet up and Batman's intimidating that guy and Superman's like, "Hey, I think he's had enough." And he puts his hand over Batman's shoulder and he just grabs him, turns him around and flips him into, what was it, the wall or the table?
Watching Superman get humbled is always fun.
Where's the Joker?
Who knows? Making ha-ha with Harley Quinn. I don't know, honest. I never went back after he muscled in. I don't want nothing to do with that clown.
That's enough. I think you got your answer. I heard you were crazy. I didn't think you were stupid. Bruce Wayne. You peaked.
Only for like, he wasn't even humbled. He was just like tossed, and Superman really quick was like, wow, bam.
I wanted to give my shout out for this season. I would have to say the first episode they introduced Bizarro. Because as a kid, when I first was introduced to the villain, they kind of make it easy for kids. Pretty cut and dry. Oh, that's bad Superman. That's what he is. He's bad, evil clone, bad to the bone. Da-na-na-na-na.
But he looked like me. I no understand.
It's all right. Calm down.
How could he? I'm Superman. Me. Me.
What's happening to him? Why isn't he following my orders?
I warned you. The alien DNA was unlike anything we'd cloned before. It must be breaking down. I say we abort. Activate the auto-destruct. Get rid of them all while we can.
We are not scrapping the project for one glitch. Take this opportunity to learn, Doctor. Study it, for the sake of the others. Come, let's look you over.
What going on? Me am Superman?
Yes, of course you are.
At least his programmed memories are holding, although the damage has clearly affected some parts of his brain.
No kidding.
What am me?
Bizarro, that's what you am.
Mercy.
Bizarro? That not my name.
If the shoe fits, handsome.
No, me am Superman. Me am hero.
Me show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But watching this as an adult, I never saw the series as a kid, but watching this as an adult, they really humanized Bizarro. You know, he didn't ask to be created, but he truly believed that he was superheroes, truly believed that he was keep on saying Batman, Superman. And I pitied him, and I felt bad because we, the viewer, know that he was doing what he thought was good. And Superman also puts that together. That he's not trying to be bad, but he has to be his guiding, call it a babysitter or whatever. Because Bizarro would get into tough messes. The long story short, I really liked his character, and another way to show how cruel, conniving, and heartless Lex Luthor is trying to clone Superman.
Yeah, and just watching him like slowly,
and then he was like, "This is a failure. I'm going to kill him."
Yeah, but that's Luthor in a nutshell.
That was my show.
This was like in the Batman the Animated Series, I would say like the Two-Face episode was like such a real well written one that like hits you in the heart, and I would say that like this one is a really, really well written episode that hits you in the heart, probably almost as much as what I'm gonna go into. It's very arguable, but they're both so fucking good because you really do you just sit there and can't help but like feel bad for Bizarro. And like before this, all you had was like the Super Friends version of Bizarro. So he just am stupid, me am now.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
He still kind of talk like that.
Yeah, but like you actually had this like backstory. You watch him deteriorate more and more and more and more. Me no Bizarro, me am Superman. And you're like, yes, you are, buddy.
Like, oh, you're so brave.
The fucking Jennifer Aniston thing. Oh no, never mind.
What's Jennifer Aniston thing?
She was like, you've never seen that meme or whatever. So she's like with some kid, and he's like, "You're so."
Oh my god!
And she's like,
"You're so optimistic." Going
into my season 2, I'm going to pick Apocalypse Now and Apocalypse Now Part 2. A park. Just a park. I choose a park. I like lamp. All right. So my favorite episode of season 2 is the 2-parter Apocalypse Now. This is the first time that Apocalypse shows up on Earth and creates all kinds of a problem. They beat the shit out of Superman. They tie him up, string him up in front of everyone, and zap the shit out of him just to make a point. And then a character that we've come to know and love throughout the entire series ends up, I would expect them to be like, oh, they zapped him into a different dimension or something. No, he's just gone. He gets hit with Darkseid's Omega Beam, and it
in front of the whole city, too.
In front of the entire city, and it wrecks Superman. The way he screams, and I'm going to play a voice clip of that right after this. The way he screams, though, is just like you feel like Superman was just upset because he couldn't get it done.
That was the first time that you really we've seen people perish in the show, including Batman, but that was the first time that a loss really hit Superman home. And I think that humanized him, and another reason why I like this show, like I said earlier.
Go on, you mangy buzzards, and don't come back.
Savor your moment of triumph, Superman. But remember, victory has its price.
Dan!
Murderer!
I'm sorry.
They really, and even you said it today, they kind of focus on like how weak Superman can be, not calling him weak necessarily, but not as all powerful as top tier Superman we know today.
Yeah, Bruce Timm has very commonly been stated that he wanted this to be like a almost not depowered, but like like he wanted the struggle to be known. When Superman lifts something heavy, you watch him struggle to lift it up. When Superman gets zapped by something, if he gets hit by a laser or something, like he gets affected, it doesn't just bounce off him. He's not like that kind of Superman. And it works. It almost grounds him in a way that it needed to be. And I respect it a ton. So that's mine. I just
Do you have a shout out for a
for
shout out episode for season 2?
For season 2, my shout out I would say is definitely Speed Demons.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Nick is a
my
huge...
cross with the crossover with the Flash. I used to have the action figure of the Flash. I had I just loved the Flash. I had like a little stuffed like toy of the Flash. Like I just was always obsessed with it. And who didn't want to know who's faster, Superman or the Flash? And this episode was literally a race around the world.
Sorry I'm late. Just woke up 2 minutes ago. Give me 5, big guy. Too slow.
Flash, do you really think you stand a chance against the Man of Steel?
Man of Steel, feet of lead.
May I quote you?
You could do more than that, doll. How about an exclusive after the race?
A fast worker, eh?
Just watch me. I'll run circles around this super slug.
Oof. Save it for the race.
Don't worry about me, pal. I got more than enough heat to burn your sorry...
Thank you both for participating in this charitable event.
Another pissing contest. That's the thing about Superman here. He's not afraid to have a pissing contest
he's Superman.
with like superheroes. He's like, oh, Batman? Pissing contest. No, the Flash? Pissing contest.
I wanted to like it because like I'm also a Flash fan, but it's just his nature. He's like too witty and too like whimsical and like
I loved it. I think he's great.
They were cracking
I think
jokes the whole episode.
Yeah, I loved it. And but I think the biggest problem was I think they just went with the weird villain, the Weather Wizard.
Yes.
Was I don't know. It wasn't for me. I think they could have figured something out with both their rogue galleries that could have been a better interference in the race. But let's be real. The Flash would outdo Superman any day of the week.
I mean, come on. I originally had chose a different episode that I will choose as my shout out, but my third and final choice was just an episode 1 arc, Nighttime, when Superman and Robin have to team up. And
it's so good.
Nick kind of spoiled it, but not really. But he said one episode is one of my favorites because Superman mimics Robin, and it creeps him out when he tells him not to do it again. And watching that scene happen because for most of the episodes, Superman is disguised as Batman because Batman is missing for weeks or it's like almost a month, and Robin's getting worried. Well, he is worried. And he's like, man, Superman, like, how do you fucking do that? And he's like, I have like complete control of my throat muscles or whatever. And he does Robin's voice for him, and he goes, never do that.
Yeah, I'm going to play that voice clip here too.
So how'd you do Batman's voice?
Precise muscle control.
Plus, I have a pretty good ear. Don't do that again.
But no, it was just great, like, another dynamic that we wish we got to see. During the first Batman and Superman crossover, Robin was not present, which is fine because it was a great episode. But getting to see the Boy Wonder and the Man of Steel go tit for tat, and watching Robin observe how Superman works and how strong he actually is, and only to be reintroduced to our boy again, probably for the 3rd or 4th time of this series, Brainiac returned and was controlling fucking Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it's really crazy because like, with this series, you with Superman as a property, I guess you would usually expect Lex to be his biggest rival. And they do a good job in this show of making Lex is there. Lex is in the background, but even then Superman will show up and be like, bro, like, push it as much as I'm going to let you, but don't push it further than that.
Exactly.
And Lex is always like,
I'd say like Lex is like a smarter, more dangerous Frank Falcone.
Yeah,
like
but
he's always running shit behind, and like he's a powerful man.
Yep.
He has control over most of whatever city they're in.
But his rivalry in Brainiac in this series is,
yes,
I would even
it's
say
always
bigger than Darkseid.
Always a struggle.
They're like even.
It's always a struggle.
If anything,
Brainiac's just more present.
Yeah, Darkseid, I would say probably he has more of an issue with Darkseid because of who he killed. And
yes.
But okay, so anyways, going back to nighttime, watching Superman. So Superman he goes looking for Batman because
he had to be a detective himself.
Rocket, what's her name, shows up to Metropolis, right?
Oh, that Daredevil chick
that's on the rocket, and then like Superman's like, hey, stick to Gotham, and then I guess he went to go tell like Batman, hey man, keep your fucking trash in your city, and Batman wasn't around, and so he runs into Robin, who's been doing it in like quadruple shifts.
Yep.
He's just like overtired.
Yep.
He's just keep going, and he's
like,
does a pretty good job. Yeah, guess I'll keep going.
Yeah.
And he's
boy,
like a fucking 12-year-old kid. So, but
it's a tank.
He did pretty good against those.
100%,
He did pretty good against the robbers that were robbing that like sports store or whatever. That like
he's fighting for his life.
And then Superman shows up. They get into their banter. They figure out like Bruce has been gone. He's missing, and he told everyone some different story. Superman now has to dress up as Batman, and just to make sure that the Rogue Gallery doesn't like get wind that Batman's missing and decide to just fucking go nuts, nuttier than they are. And watching him like change his
what?
Why are you laughing? So the fact that like he changes his voice, and then like Superman and Robin fight Bane, the Mad Hatter, and the Riddler.
That's right.
And was the Penguin there or no?
Yes. We watched the show, we swear.
I think it was the Penguin. But
I almost said Killer. Oh no, Killer Croc is DC.
Yeah. But no, Croc wasn't there. But it was just great watching Bane like try and square up and like thinking like a Batman, because Superman's in Batman's costume, so he's squaring up to Batman, thinking like, I'm going to break you. I can't do a Puerto Rican accent.
I'm going to break you.
Yeah, everything just becomes the Ice Age.
You know what killed the dinosaurs? Breaking you.
And then just get completely stomped by Superman.
He was confused though.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Awesome. So
Ay, Dios mío. What? My third shout. Well, not my third shout, but my season 3 shout out. Which was previously what I picked, but Nick reminded me of Nighttime. It was the Green Lantern crossover. But it is called In Brightest Day, which is part of Green Lantern's statement.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
Basically, contract that he has to do with his Green Lantern to get his powers. But I liked the character they chose to play Green Lantern. The story arc was cool. Him meeting Superman was cool. Them fighting Sinestro, right? I want to say that's his name. Yeah, yeah. Them fighting Sinestro was cool. I feel like Sinestro and Superman gauging their powers, they both were very surprised in each other because they both have never seen a being like each other.
Stand back.
I'm afraid your friend is...
Abin Sur was no friend of mine. He hid the lantern, but he couldn't have hidden the ring. Where is it?
I don't know what...
The power ring. Give it to me.
in the beginning, Sinestro whooped Superman's ass because he had the fucking ring.
Yeah, Sinestro was no joke.
Yep.
And one thing that's weird is that this was the third.
rings-
This is the third. The third Green Lantern technically.
Yes.
They didn't go with Hal Jordan in
Yep.
this one. They went with Kyle Renner, which is like the Green Lantern of the '90s, if you will. Because there was like Hal Jordan, then there was in the '80s there was like John Stewart and Guy Gardner, and then by the '90s Kyle was like the new Green Lantern, and he
Yeah.
was like the artist and stuff. It was
really-
a good episode. I really enjoyed it. I liked these team ups that he did.
I think that we didn't notice at the time, but I think they were really gearing up the viewers for Justice League,
Mhm.
doing all these team ups. Yes, obviously they're pretty popular comic book characters. They obviously would run into each other one day, but in the days to come, we will be discussing Justice League. But that was my season 3 shout out.
My pick is going to be the series finale, Legacy, part 1 and 2. And I know it's another Dark Side episode, but it's when he shows up, like shit hits the fan.
It's too important.
It's important.
It's too important not to talk about. Nick was questioning, like, that's another finale. I don't know, but don't follow your gut. You really like the episode. Darkseid's a very good villain.
Yeah.
I really...
It's important because the part 1 starts off that like fucking Superman's mind has been wiped, and he thinks that he works for Granny Goodness and Darkseid. So he becomes one of Darkseid's like top generals, and he starts like creating the invasion of Earth.
You've done well, son.
Thank you, Father. As you say, it is our destiny to bring peace and order to the universe.
I chose wisely when I adopted you, Kal-El. You have honored me where others failed. As a reward for today's conquest, I'm giving you your own world to rule.
All hail King Cal!
Way to go, big guy!
This calls for a celebration.
Go on. Savor the fruits of your victory, Cal. You've earned it.
Just fucking everything up, and when it becomes time to like when he starts remembering, and when like Lois and Supergirl and Jimmy, and when everyone finally get to him and they remind him of who he is, like the damage is done, and like obviously it's Superman, he's gonna win in the end of the day, but no one's gonna trust him anymore. He had this great relationship that he worked the entire series to create with the human race. He defended them the first time Darkseid showed up, just to turn around and then like welcome Darkseid back into the onto Earth. Which what we should even mention is that back in the season 2 episode that I picked, they also team up with the new gods, and the new gods were the ones that told Darkseid like, oh, they're under our protection. So like,
oh, that's right.
You remember? So like there was like a whole fucking thing that Darkseid had to go around to do, and instead he just like fucking mind wiped Superman and then made him go and do it. It was fucked. No one trusted him after that, and just sitting there being like, wow, this is so dark but good but great.
Side.
Dark Side, definitely leading up to the Justice League. I would say for my honorable mentions,
Before you do that, I wanted to talk about that episode. What I loved about that episode, Luke's Lexer.
I am your father.
Lex Luthor ends up getting what he. Why are you laughing?
Sorry, keep going.
When we go like this,
Luke's
leather.
Sorry. All right, go.
No,
Lex Luthor.
So what I enjoyed about the Nick's pick, Lex Luthor got literally what he wanted, kind of what he was chasing the whole show. See, people, this is what I'm talking about. We can't trust Superman. Like, this is what I've been like. He wanted to replace and or destroy Superman the whole time he came to Metropolis because it's Lex Luthor. He wants to be on top. He wants to profit, yada, yada, yada. So he was definitely benefiting probably part 1 or whatever, the first half of the special, whatever you want to call the series finale. So it was nice to. By the time part 2 happens, Lex is like, you know what? We gotta help Superman. Like, Darkseid's fucking us up, and I only have this much money, and Darkseid's gonna take that away, basically, if I'm dead. So it was just nice to see the villain, one of the main villains, pick the less of the evils. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Great way to wrap up the series. I really did think that. Yes.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one indeed. I would say so. I got 2 honorable mentions. Can I do 2?
Yeah.
Because fuck it, it's our show.
Exactly.
My first honorable mention is gonna be a fish story. Because it's got fucking Aquaman.
Guy is hard.
My boy. He's Aqua. He's a man. He's an Aquaman.
You guys can't see in the studio, but Nick has a tattoo of Aquaman on his bald head. It's very nice.
He's actually...
I'm just kidding.
I have a tattoo of him along my dick, and at the very end, it's him pointing 2 fingers to the...
Cut that. Family show.
No, okay. So my first honorable mention is a fish story. There's a bunch of like weird marine animal attacks happening, and Superman... He can hear something, but he doesn't know what's like calling to him, what's like causing him to have like these headaches and stuff. Lo and behold, he finds out that like I think Lex had captured Aquaman and was keeping him in some kind of a tank, right? And then we watched the show. And
this tank must have been made of fucking... Aquaman's supposed to be super strong. He couldn't get out of the tank. I think that was kind of bullshit. I didn't like that episode. They made Aquaman seem so weak.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he got back to the water, it was like when he made the entire army rise up, and he was like, "We'll just fucking do it. Don't ever do that to me again." It was a good pissing contest, so I guess like
we talk about pissing a lot this episode.
Yeah, I was just piss everywhere. This is the pissing podcast. You piss it, we guess it.
Was that from Rick and Morty? Piss Lord. I'm Piss Lord.
But no, it was cool. So like, I think it's, Lois Lane ends up discovering Aquaman. They help break him out. They return him to the ocean. Luthor and his men go after him after like Aquaman finally does make it to the ocean. He summons his entire army. He then threatens them, and he tells them like, "This is why we don't fucking trust the land dwellers. Like, all you guys want to do is just fucking kill us and take all our shit."
Say, King? Just when you think you know a guy.
You got what you wanted. Now call off your troops. How do I know he or some other surface dweller won't try this again? For too long, we have remained hidden and silent and have suffered the consequences. It's time to settle this once and for all by blasting them back to the Stone Age. I'll have to stop you. You'd side with them? They're polluting your sky just as they're poisoning my ocean.
They're not all like Luthor. Some are working to solve the problems.
Let's hope they succeed. For their sake.
Go on, run, you lousy, stinking fish.
Enough! Tell the surface dwellers to respect the sovereignty of my seas, or we'll return and finish what we've started. We'll be watching.
It was just like a big moment for like Superman to kind of calm that down. And I don't know, I'm a huge Aquaman fan. I've always have been ever since I was a kid. And it's just like this little frenemies things that they had going on. Like, it's just like Aquaman doesn't give a fuck. And it's shown very much in this episode, and it's great. I recommend it, but that's more of a personal touch.
These are our personal recommendations.
My second recommendation is going to be the Demon Reborn, which is the second crossover, official crossover, technically the third after Nighttime, with Batman and Superman. This time they have to team up and fight against Ra's al Ghul. And there's a line that they say.
The Dragon Head.
There's a line that they say in this where I think Batman tells Superman, I'm going to play the clip where he goes, Ra's is more dangerous than like an insane clown and a Lex Luthor put together.
Just happen to be in the neighborhood?
Do you have any idea who they are? The Society of Shadows. I've been trailing them for weeks, hoping they'd lead me to Ra's al Ghul.
Who?
A criminal mastermind. More dangerous than the Joker and Luthor put together.
All I know is they were breaking the law in my town.
Leave it to you to charge in with both arms swinging.
If you were going to operate in Metropolis, you should have filled me in.
Next time I'll fax my itinerary.
And it was fucking crazy. Like,
He's like hundreds of years old.
Yeah, Ra's needed to Ra's wanted to like kidnap Superman and use his like body and physiology to like make himself permanently young again. And it's just a cool fucking story. It's another good team up. Anytime Batman and Superman meet, it's a good team up. So yeah, that's my last honorable mention.
So right now we're gonna get into the voice actors of the Superman series. A lot of talented people. We were very surprised. Well, not too surprised with some of them, but we were very surprised with some of them did a lot of work.
There's a lot of great talent here.
Yeah.
Why don't I get started? I'm gonna start off with the most important man of the show, Mr. Tim Daly.
Daly.
No.
I know.
So, Tim Daly as the voice of Superman, Clark Kent, and Bizarro. He also played Joe. He also played Joe Hackett on Wings and Dr. Richard Kimball on The Fugitive. Next, we have Dana Delaney as the voice of Lois Lane. She also played Andrea Belmont in the Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which we covered in our Batman episode. Josephine Marcus in Tombstone. Great movie. One of Val Kilmer's best movies. I highly recommend it. She played Catherine Mayfair for 65 episodes of Desperate Housewives and Nurse Colleen McMurphy for 61 episodes in China Beach.
One of our favorites, Clancy Brown, and is my favorite. He is the voice actor of Lex Luthor. Spoiler alert, guess what else he's fucking did? He was Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob. I was honestly blown away by this. Mr. Krabs SpongeBob. One of my favorite movies, prison movies in general, Captain Hadley in Shawshank Redemption. Great fucking movie. If you like prison movies and great story, you guys should watch it. Savage Press in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. One of my favorite shows.
I did not know
Darth
this.
Maul's brother, people. Like, come on.
Yeah, that I never put the two and two together. I can't believe it, and it's fucking incredible. But, like, now I can't unhear it.
Yes. He played second season antagonist Long Fang in Avatar: The Last Airbender. One of my favorite lines from that show is Long Fang threatening Aang, saying, I hear you're looking for your bison. It would be a shame if you were unable to find it. And one time he's talking to Superman, and he says, Superman, yada, yada, it would be a shame. And I was like, why does that sound familiar? And I'm like, oh, my God, he's Long Fang from Avatar. And shout out to Marvel. He also played Uncle Ben and Thunderbolt Ross in Ultimate Spider-Man. Next person we want to talk about, voice actor Michael Ironside. He was the voice of Darkseid, Big Baddie. He was also the voice of Darkseid in the new Harley Quinn series. Great show. He also did a bunch of Darkseid roles along the DC verse. He was General Sam Lane in Smallville, another DC series, live action about a young Clark Kent. And he was also Captain Ironside in X-Men First Class. Those of you who don't remember, He was one of the captains on the submarine or battleship that they were on that Magneto was taking control of their missiles.
So his name is Michael Ironside, and he played...
Yeah, they definitely were giving him a shout-out.
Captain Ironside?
Yeah, Captain Ironside. That was his name.
Great. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Next we got...
Okay, next we have Corey Burton as the voice of Brainiac. He is also known as Count Dooku and Cad Bane in Clone Wars. Dr. Engine.
That's how he spells his name.
Yeah, Dr. Engine in Crash Bandicoot, Jensen in the Kingdom Hearts series, and Zeus in the God of War series. Next, we have David Kaufman as the voice of Jimmy Olsen. He is best known as Danny Phantom in the Danny Phantom series. He also plays the Human Torch in various different Marvel video games, Marty McFly in the Back to the Future animated series, and Stuart Little in both video games and animated series.
We couldn't really find anything, no offense to you, Joseph Baloney, we couldn't really find anything worthy other than DC lore. Voice of Dan Turpin was Joseph Baloney. This was interesting. Mike and Shelley Farrell, they were Martha and Jonathan Kent, and in real life they were actually married as well, so that's a nice little fun fact. Since 1984. Fun fact, Lisa Fisher was the voice of Lana Lang's Lisa's younger half-sister of the late Carrie Fisher, a.k.a. Princess Leia. Rest in peace.
Next we have Nichole Tom as the voice of Supergirl. She also is known as Rice in the movie Beethoven, and Maggie Sheffield in the TV show The Nanny.
In The Eldest Daughter.
That fucking blew my mind. I didn't even think about it. But like now that I hear it, it's again something that I'm never gonna unsee. Every time she just pops up, I just want to sing the Nanny theme song from now on.
It's a very singable banger.
The Nanny should have joined the Justice League, honestly. The cartoon Nanny.
That's a stretch.
She could have done it
got
with
style,
it.
She's got flair. She's the Justice League. The Justice.
Okay, so next we have the one, the only, probably the most prolific voice actor on the show.
Big words.
Malcolm McDowell. He is known as the voice of Metallo. He is also Varney in Castlevania, Grandpa Reginald in Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb. Grandpa Reginald in
Vagina. Penis and vagina.
He is Vader Orlog in Metalocalypse, Terrence McCuick in Entourage, and Dr. Samuel Loomis in Halloween 1 and 2. Oh, he's also Mad Mod in Teen Titans. And most importantly, how can I forget? But he is Alex in A Clockwork Orange.
We'll give a shout out to Liesl Edelson as voice of Mercy Graves. We wish you had more parts in the show, but you're basically Lex Luthor's hot, sexy bodyguard.
Sex slave.
Cut that. One of my favorites. Nick originally didn't want to talk about it because he hated him, but it's his main man Lobo. Brad Garrett played Lobo. I found out that he played Chug from Planes. Dan Cook played the main plane guy on Planes. Plane. He was pretty plain about it.
It was a plain performance.
He played a water. He played a water truck on Planes. Again, main character's best friend. He was the Eastern Island head at Nightmare Museum. He is the famous chef Gaston in Ratatouille that always came in Remy's head because he was a crazy little rat, but we loved him. He played the big, tough bulldog Tank in the extremely goofy movie. And he also played Fatso in Casper. He was Casper's fat uncle. Now you can't unhear that. And my favorite role, he played Raymond's older brother, Robert, and Everybody Loves Raymond. Grew up watching that. Great fucking actor and show.
I love him in the Jimmy John's commercials too. That
I know.
Now he makes them so funny.
He did a newer series called Single Parents that I think he crushed. Great show. I hope season 3's coming. This guy, pretty famous dude, Christopher McDonald, aka Shooter McGavin. If you've seen Happy Gilmore, and if you haven't, get out of a fucking rock, my guy. He's the voice of Superman's father, Jor-El. He's
Jor-El.
Joel. Joel. He plays Superman's father, Jor-El. He plays, I don't remember if I told you this, Nick, but he played Harvey Dent in Beware of Batman, 2014 Batman series.
Oh, yeah.
He was Mr. Stifler in all the American Pie movies. He played the president in Spy Kids 1 and 2. He also played the special agent. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this movie, Iron Giant, Kent Mansley. Hilarious. And he also played, oddly enough, he played Superman in Batman Beyond. Me and Nick thought it was weird that they couldn't bring back the original voice actor. He was in season 3, so at this point it would have been 2000 something.
It's just weird.
Yeah. And last but not least,
You big Godfrey! It's me, Iago! and Affleck! I'm Mr. Mitchell.
I honestly, Nick, can you pronounce the name of his character in Superman? Because I can never pronounce it.
Mr. Mixaplik. That's the best I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's an alien ass name. He's a magical, interdimensional imp. So fairy, whatever.
Yeah, he's there. He's from the 5th dimension, and he's there to fuck with Superman's day.
You all knew him as Iago from Aladdin, the talking parrot, and Affleck, the duck from the insurance commercial. Another little fun fact: he played Dr. Bender in Fairly Odd Parents.
Let's go play some toothball, Timmy.
So that's it for the voice actors we wanted to talk about. Here's a few more fun facts for
So for just a couple of last minute fun facts, I'll go into the first one. Like the Joker's lovable sidekick, Harley Quinn, Lex Luthor's henchwoman, Mercy Graves, and series villain Livewire were both characters specifically created for this show. Both are eventually integrated into the DC Comics universe due to high popularity. The comics version of Mercy has blonde hair and does not wear the chauffeur's uniform, and apparently is a part, what'd we say, cyborg?
Android,
cyborg, whatever have you.
Not in this series.
Not in the show, though. That's just the comic books.
Bruce Timm is a huge fan of comic book artist Jack Kirby and decided to put Kirby-type costumes and Kirby touches.
Keep going.
The Kirby.
Well, Jack Kirby is the one who created like Darkseid and the New Gods, and that's why Bruce Timm was very adamant on having them into this show. And it's in the styles that they do for the characters were very Jack Kirby influenced. All right, continue.
Kirby type costumes, and Kirby touches on a lot of the villains' characters designed in the series. The episode Apocalypse Now Part 2 was later altered from its original airing on February 7th, 1996. Originally, the Dan Turpin funeral at the episode's... Oh, that's right. At the end was a true homage to Jack Kirby and featured several of his comic book creations as attendees to the funeral, including Nick Fury, the Fantastic Four, Big Barbara, Scott Free, a.k.a. Mr. Miracle, Orion, could be botching his name, Orin, and others alongside animated versions of Kirby's friends and fans, Mark Avenier, Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, Alex Ross, and Stan Lee. These characters and persons...
Oh, just real quick, too, it's Big Barda, not Big Barbara.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm dyslexic and switch letters around. Barda.
She's a detective.
These Batwoman. These characters and persons were later removed, and the scene pacing was re-edited for subsequent okay airings. This was most likely to avoid copyrights. The original version is being shown currently on HBO Max.
Yep.
Sorry, Max, everyone. Your move, Peacock.
Pick it. Is it P or is it cock? But yes, they are currently showing the original. I personally went and checked, and they are showing the original photo. If you pause it at the right moment, you can definitely see Nick Fury. The Fantastic Four is, you can kind
White
of...
Fury, not Black Fury.
You can't really see where, like, the Thing's not there, but you can see, like, Johnny Storm, Sue Storm, and Reed Richards. I didn't see Big Barda, though. I don't know where she was.
Barbara.
Barda, motherfucker. Motherfucker with the Barda. The original plan for Apocalypse Now Part 2 had Martha and Jonathan Kent to be killed off by Darkseid instead of Dan Turpin. Wow. But DC said that the Kents would have to be brought back to life if that happened. So instead, they killed Dan Turpin because they wanted it to be a permanent death.
And sad to say, the show kind of had a permanent death, but will live on in our hearts. Wouldn't you agree, Nicholas?
You damn darn tooth. How's your nose?
It's pretty big.
This was a fucking phenomenal episode. I'm glad we got to do it. I'm glad you got into it. But, yeah, so overall, brilliant visuals. It's amazing music. It's a fucking phenomenal show to watch high. Watch it sober. Watch it drunk. Watch it whatever you have.
Just watch it.
Just watch it. If you're a fan of the comic books, you're going to be a fan of the TV show. I have yet to see anything released since that has been as good of a TV show for Superman.
Oh.
And that's even live action too. Up until this point, like, this was my Superman growing up. This was the Superman that was on the kids WB, and this is what I used to get so hyped to do. Watch. I used to collect all the action figures,
trading cards.
Yep. Piece of shit.
The napkins,
the Yu-Gi-Oh
towels,
cards,
the yo-yos,
the Digimon. The Superman Digimon with Dan Turpin.
I really did enjoy talking about this episode today. Yeah, I do agree with you. I feel like nowadays they keep on remaking young Clark Kent live action. I thought Krypton was an interesting show, but no, this definitely does pay homage to Superman.
Well, I loved Krypton because Krypton wasn't Superman.
Yes,
it was like,
I like that.
That
take,
was a cool, unique take to it.
Yeah,
and
things that the viewers haven't really seen.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my dad into Krypton a lot.
I thought you already watched it.
No, I watched all of Krypton.
I know, but I thought you told him.
Although,
all right, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We're signing off. Remember the three rules.
Remember the 3 motherfucking golden rules, everybody. Fight pollution, save the planet,
and be good to yourself.
Be good to yourself. Thank you, and have a good night.
All right. I'm not gonna talk about it. It's pointless to bring it
quickly.
Lisa Edelson has voices Mercy Gray.